Hello and welcome. It's lovely to have your company. My name's Leonie. Look, spell right and everything. Ba, ba, ba. And Miss P's over there in the corner. Hello.
Hello.
She says hello. Hello. It is lovely to have your company. We are launching a brand new one-day special from the mighty Pentart. Now, Pentart, incredible brand. I know we've seen them loads of times here at Hochanda. And honestly, the stuff they bring us, whether it's amazing paints, wonderful, like beautiful things that you can upcycle with, you know, that you can finish your decorations with, whether you're making things for Christmas, whether it is something you're upcycling for everyday use. Brilliant for presents as well. We've got a load of stuff, so please check the website because obviously we can't cover everything in this hour. It is a one-day special, so we've got loads of hours, so hopefully I'll get through everything, touch wood. But this is the one-day special. Now, it's components, so you've got a bit of a mixture here. First of all, you've got the clay. Now, I must admit, I love this stuff. This is fabulous. It's ridiculously easy to use and it makes really, really hard clay. They say unbreakable. I must admit I haven't tried just because I'm scared, but they do say unbreakable. I've used moulds that I've got at home because I wanted to show you the detail. I mean, this is actually a mould I made myself, which I was quite chuffed about. I know one of the silicone shows that we had, I made the mould, but then, because it'll work with a whole host of moulds, but the detail that this clay picks up is absolutely phenomenal. And because it's really, when it dries, because it is super hard weight, because it's hard wearing, it means this is perfect for your mixed media, but perfect for things that, you know, boxes, you know, things that might be getting quite a lot of handling. This is absolutely amazing and it's easy. It's 2 parts of the powder to 1 part of the actual liquid. Mix it up. You don't have too much time because it does set really quite quickly. But dead easy to use, and I love that it sets quickly. Leave it in the mould for about 30 minutes. Take it out the mould, then leave it for another 30 minutes, and it's ready. An hour. I mean, that is superb. So you've got your clay. You've also got in this set 2 wonderful moulds. Now the moulds, you've got enough clay to basically get 1 lot of your moulds about approximately, and they are really, really cute little moulds. You've got the bird, you've got that fancy crown, you've got the wonderful little heart, you've got the wonderful swirl there as well. On the other one, you've got the butterfly, then you've got the kind of, it almost reminds me of like a paisley design, if you will. You've got the flower and then the other kind of more tulip flower at the bottom there. I love the detail in there as well. I think they look really, really pretty. And that one, I haven't painted any of these yet because obviously I want to do them on the show because I've only been able to make 1 set. Now, if you do want those, the bits, you can get them independently, but I know we haven't got tons of stock independently. The best way is definitely to go with your one-day special. Now, within this collection as well, we've also got your Galaxy Flakes. I love Galaxy Flakes. I must admit, these have been on quite a few times and they're just gorgeous. They're really, I mean, when you look at them, they're not really, you know, super fine. They're really nice and chunky. So they do make quite an impact. And you've got loads of different colours in there. In one colour you've got, you know, loads. I mean, I can see a pink, I can see oranges in there. Really beautiful. So you've got your green. You've also got, and that's like a gorgeous white silver, which is quite fabulous. Really pretty. I mean, these are just superb for Christmas. You've then got, and do have a look at the website because we've got some Christmas baubles on the website as well, which you might want to get just because you can decorate them. And then you've got the pink, and the pink again, you've got loads of different colours in there. Like you've got lilac in there, I can see silver in there. Really beautiful. And as I say, these are super chunky as well, so they get really good coverage on those. So you have got your pots of your Galaxy Flakes. I'm moving my table, bear with. And then, last but not least, I mean, I had moved the table. Have you seen that? It's like a good inch and a half. I've then got my pouring glaze. Now, this stuff is fabulous. The first time I saw this, there goes your table. The first time I saw this was actually with our Blanche. She uses this a lot because for finishing projects, it makes it look so professional. Honestly, I would highly recommend. That is cracking stuff. Okay, now this is your one-day special. You are saving £10 today. For the whole lot, £26.78. And do you know what? What I love about this as well, it's a really good kit, you know, if you're just starting out, because it's brilliant size as well, because obviously it's almost like tester sizes. And I'll show you some of the things you can do. I mean, that is obviously the pouring glaze with the Galaxy flakes there. And then it's actually a layer of the pouring glaze with Galaxy flakes, then rice paper, and then the pouring glaze over the top. And I mean, you can see the shine. It has got such a high shine to it. Over 10% of the stock has gone already. With this bauble, I haven't finished decorating these. Look, inside, that inside has got, you know, the beautiful sheets that we've got on the shore. I will talk about them. That's inside, but then it's got the Galaxy flakes around the outside, which looks absolutely gorgeous. This one, that has got one of the beautiful moulds on there, which is really, really pretty. And of course, all the paints that we've got on the shore. All these you will see me scooching up the counter as usual, because I'll be showing you in every single one of them. And on this one, the little jar, I have put little lights in it, but that has actually got, we've got some velvet powder on there, and that gives it a really soft finish. But inside I've put the Galaxy flakes, so you can't see them as, they don't come through as strong. It's a lot more subtle, but it looks really pretty, does that one. I'll talk about some more of the goodies that we've got, but your one-day special, if you do want to get hold of this, really, really busy. Of course, your moulds you'll be able to use with other products, and the clay you'll be able to use with other products. So, of course, you'll be mixing and matching. Now, it is coming from Budapest, so it's not going to be going out for 15 days, I do believe, which is the 30th of November. Ooh. That is 742101. That's your item number. What happened to this year? Okay, next we've got for you, scary, innit? Scary. I've been sat at home crafting, it's been lovely. Okay, now these are gorgeous, your sparkle paints. Now you've got two different options here. So it's a sparkle gel. So what that means is they are transparent, it's got colouring in it. They're coloured, but you can see through them, so it's going to give you that beautiful sort of shimmer, which means you can put these, like, layer them over the top of things. So especially things like the beautiful gold and the silver, you'll be able to layer those over the top. Now you've got two different options. So the top row is in the lead, and with this one you've got your transparent silver, you've got your transparent gold, and then that beautiful brown gold, which is gorgeous. We are approaching 20%. I'm not surprised. Look at that price, £10.99. That is amazing. And we've got our Flextravaganza. I said it right, didn't I? I said it right. Yeah. Bow, bow, bow. If I don't overthink it, it comes out right. So lovely. That's the problem. Don't overthink things, and then things just come out. I probably, what? Sorry, love. I'll listen to you rather than think. So that means you can get them for £5.50. Boom! That is 646356. The bottom row, oh, they're all gorgeous. You've got your red gold, you've got the green gold, which is lush, and then the blue silver. Let me show you some of them on cards. So first of all, on your white card. Okay, now what you can see, obviously the transparent gold and silver, I'll give you that beautiful sort of, can you see? You'll get that beautiful sheen. With the red, with the blue, with that beautiful sort of brown, and then with the gold, they've got the gold flake in there, which you can definitely see. The white, the silver, sorry, and then the blue, they've got a silver sparkle to them. So that's on white cardstock. On black, they look like this. So obviously, again, completely different. I mean, look at those colours. They are just divine. But then you can do, so if you say, for instance, if you put a gold paint underneath the ones that are very, that have got the gold sparkle, you can really see that gold sparkle coming through, which looks divine. But, and this was, Pentart are brilliant because there's loads of techniques on their website, and this is a lovely technique which I'll definitely show. It's just building them up, but I love that because it looks quite distressed. So even though they're lovely and sparkly, you can still get a really nice kind of distressed, weathered look with them. Obviously, loads of ways of using them. They do give beautiful coverage. That's just on one of the boxes that we've got on the show, and of course the bendable wood that we've got on the show as well, and of course the mould. And that, now that one you can see, we've got these boxes on the show as well, which are lovely. The lovely wooden boxes. I thought I'd gone and glued the lid on then. These are on bottom of the screen, but can you see over your rice paper, can you see the gold? And that's that transparent gold, so it'll give you that beauty. I can still see the rice paper beautifully, but it just gives you such, and over the paint, it gives you such a lovely, lovely gold. Now, these are really busy. The top row, over 20% of the stock has gone. That is 646 356 is your item number. Not going to lie. If you're going for the top one, the brown, that one really goes with that green. Sorry. But it really does. If it had been me, I'd have put them three together, you see, because they're well nice together. Anyway, £10.99. It's like, yeah, thanks, Leonie. OK, please check your baskets out now. I need to move these over. So, these are cool. Foiling's ace anyway, but I do like the way Pentart does foiling. So, first of all, you've got your 3D glue. Now, your 3D glue paste, you can put it on really thick. If you put it on really thick, you'll get more of a consistent application with your foiling. But I kind of like the way they put it on, where you put it on with your brush, so you'll actually get the brush strokes, which means you won't get a really solid finish. And I really like that effect. You've then got your foils. Now with this kit, gosh, it's only £11.99. Oh, that is really good actually, because in your foils you're getting 5 sheets on each of these. And have a look at the design. So you've got really beautiful designs. You can see that one's got little circles in. You can just see in the square window. Oh, actually, that's the star one. That's the stars. That's more of a brushed silver, if you will, which is really pretty. That one is more of a plain. And then this one, you've got your little circles. Really gorgeous. Now, if you do want to get hold of these, yeah, exquisite. And it's those. Now, I've got these. Let me see if I can actually open this. I don't think I glued it together. Bear with. No, I didn't. So, can you see inside? So I painted it with the metallic paint that we've got on the show, and then I went over with the glue. Now, this is what I mean about not getting a full coverage, and I really quite like that. But then, when you put it in the bauble and put your beautiful flakes on, look at the way it hits the light. I mean, can you imagine that on tree? That looks so cool, the way it hits. And like with this one, so that one, I actually did this one. I don't know if I can open this one either. So I've gone on, right. So you've got your Galaxy Flakes inside. On the front, you've got the doodads, which are coming up next. Yeah, I'm having a little, you know, my contours, really like them. You've got your contour liner on the outside, but then on the inside, you've got the actual foil. So when it's all together, you can sort of see a hint of the pink. Everything's like a hint. So nothing's sort of in your face as such. It's all quite subtle. But I mean, it's got that real super shine, which looks amazing. And then we're already approaching 20% of the stock of this one. That one now painted on, so again, you don't get that solid sort of shine. And I like that. It gives you that really quite distressed look to it. And then gone over with, of course, the snow and the ice that we've got on the show stenciled over. Have we got the wooden snowflakes on the show? We do. Are they behind me? Behind me. They are on the bottom of the screen. I right like them. Only £9.99, and you are getting 2 in the kit as well. If you do want this really busy now, that is 6. No, it isn't. That is 262 124. Back again. That is your real item number. Now, next, the contour liners. These are already really busy. Oh, thank you. 10% of the stock has already gone. Now, I've used the way I do this. So, I mean, you do see Mr. Chopkins, when he was here, he used to really take the mickey out of me for doing this. You know, for moving all my finished samples, he'd be like, oh, have you got one finished sample that you're going to bring up the counter? Honestly, we miss him, don't we? Anyway, so you've got your fantastic contour liners. I really like these because have a look at that. Have a look at how fine you can get these. I mean, these are beautiful, and the fact that I can go on a non-porous surface, that's on black, and I love the colours. So you have got the beautiful gold, you've got the bronze, that gorgeous red, I really like that, and then the silver, really pretty. Yeah, copper. That's on your white, of course, and again, look how fine you can go. And then this is on acetate. So I wanted to do acetate to show you again, and I will put the white card behind it, but to show you that you can go on your non-porous surfaces, because I thought that were really cool. So this one I've used, can you see the little dots on there? Yeah, you can. That's your contour. So it means you can really create very fine detail. It looks quite good, that, doesn't it? It's actually, I like doing things like that as well. And this one, that's just hand-drawn. But of course, if you've got a pattern, you can literally go around the pattern with the contour pen. And look at that, look how fine you can get. Pretty, isn't it? And then I did it with the leaf. Now, this is actually the stuff on the top of there, that is the velvet powder that we have got coming up. We'll probably touch on that either later today or maybe tomorrow. But I really like the various textures going on there, so I love the velvet powder. And then those, I mean, look at the contour, look at the way it shines. It's quite fabulous. I'm quite chuffed with that. That was a bit of an experiment. OK, these are busy. 20% of the stock has gone. And you just use the teeniest, tiniest bit. Again, remember your flex extravaganza. Oh. Flex extravaganza. I just need to not look at it. Story of my life, don't look at it. Now, that is 553854, that's your item number. OK, now this stuff we have sold out of again and again and again when we've had it in stock. It's well good. It's one of those things that, you know, when you have a play with and then it's like, oh, I like that. And you start looking round at everything you've got to see if you can mirror mist it. Seriously, if you're upcycling jars, if you're upcycling plastic bottles and stuff, maybe not drinking plastic bottles, obviously, but you can upcycle all sorts. Brilliant for if you're putting it on your, you know, your lovely little plastic Christmas decorations. I love that inside. And then just, I think that is just your ice, actually, on the outside there. Absolutely love it. So your differences are, your first one that we've got for you is is this one for plastic? Let me see. Yeah, that's your plastic. And then that one's for your glass. So different effects, but, I mean, look at that on the inside of that. And then look how cool it looks. They're just, and I mean, look at that. That is just a pudding, actually, for puddings. But look how good they look. I mean, the finish is phenomenal on this one. Really cool. That one, look at that. And I haven't finished this yet, so that'll be another project for me to finish. But look at, can you see doesn't that look good? Because obviously stenciling through glass, you can't really see that because I haven't finished that one yet. But you can see it there with the stuff behind it. Fabulous stuff is this. So yeah, you can use your stencils, you can go directly on, use it on glass. And I like it when you kind of do it so it looks weathered as well. I think that looks fabulous. Now, if you do want this stuff, again, you are getting 2 bottles for just £9.99. That's the kind of weathered one. Can you see? So on the inside, paint it first, and then you spray, but you get that kind of really cool weathered look. Love it. Okay, if you do want this, it has sold out again and again and again. This time we have got 2 of those for just £9.99. Choice is your plastic or your glass. That's 661946. Told you we had a lot of stuff. If you have, I mean, we know we've got loads of fans of Pentart out there. We know that a lot of you have been buying goodies from Pentart, so we'd love to see. You know what I'm like. I like seeing your photographs. I like seeing what you've been doing. So email in studio@hochanda.com. Okay, next. Love this lot. Really, really like these. So what you've got here, you've got rainbow. You've got your ice effect, you've then got your snow crystals, and then a smaller one of your ice crystal. Now, what these will give you a different... Now, I did this today, so it's not completely dry, and I've missed one out as well, which is rude. That's the snow. Now, the snow one will give you more of a white. So it'll give you more of a solid white. It will give you texture. You'll be able to go through your stencils. So it looks beautiful sort of on glass. I mean, this will go on glass. Honestly, if you're decorating for Christmas, upcycling for Christmas, this is cool. So you've got the snow. That one is the ice effect. So that's the ice effect. I'm trying to remember which is which then. And that one, you will give it a stir. Mine needed a bit of a stir. But it's got all sorts in there. So it looks kind of more icy, if you will. But it has got, and you can see that it's got those big, beautiful flakes in there. That one is still drying. It's still squidgy because I put it on really thick this morning. That one is the rainbow paste. So the rainbow paste, it dries clear, but look at that. So that has got glitter, it's got galaxy flakes in it, it's got all sorts going on there. And again, that it does need to dry. The ice effect, now, this is different because this one, if I open it up and just show you, this one hasn't got the big chunks like the ice. So hold on a minute. So the ice crystal, get it right, I can't open the lid. That's not, and you can see from there. So can you see the ice effect and the ice crystal? The ice effect, that isn't as shiny. So it's kind of got that kind of wet ice, if you will, but it's not got the holographic nature of that one. So these two look more realistic. Like the actual snow crystal and the ice crystal, they look more sort of proper snowy and icy, whereas these ones look more more like a unicorn has danced over the snow. That's what they look like. Yeah, I'm not saying what I'm really thinking though. Because it's, yeah. So that is stenciled. So, and you can see again, I must admit, I've stenciled over and absolutely forgotten what I've used on what, but they all look fabulous. But that one, now this is actually an old one, and this is a bit of a mixture because I've put, and I've stenciled with the snow, so you can see, and you can see which is the snow because it's got that really nice white. And then I've actually just dabbed with the snow, but then on the top that is actually the one-day special. So that is your beautiful one-day special, and that's the thing with these, you will mix and match them. This one is obviously a mixture of, that is actually a mixture of the snow crystal and the ice, is that one, the ice crystal, and you can tell because there's no holographic on that one. And I thought that was sensible because I thought it's got that much of the foiling on, it's already got enough, so actually it didn't need this one. And this one is still a bit of a work in progress. It has got your one-day special on it, but what that has also got on underneath is the ice and the snow. On the top is a fibre paste, and then I've got some of the rainbow over the top there, but I'm still working with that one. Work in progress. Now, if you do want to get these, you've got big tubs. That is going to last you. These are lovely. On glass, they look phenomenal. Highly recommend these. Only £20. That is 129414. And then last but by no means least, we got some beautiful acrylic paints. And these are your beautiful metallics. I will show you the colours here, and I actually wrote on for one, so I remembered. So it makes a change. I don't normally do that, but I don't know why. So your first one is your beautiful silver touch. The second one is your gorgeous silver, and I'm doing that just so you can see the sheen on it. You've then got the silver. You've got antique gold, which again, absolutely stunning when it hits the light. You've then got the one I decided not to name the one who we cannot. Why would I do that? So I presume that's your copper bronze. I always get copper and bronze mixed up. Always. That's your ivy green. I love the ivy green. That one's my favourite. And then the golden touch. I love those two, my absolute favourite. The teal's beautiful though, really like that. And then that light blue's pretty stunning as well. So that's what they look like on white. This is what they look like on black cardstock. And you can see, I mean, that is one coat, and that is a really good coverage. I mean, they are just, look at that teal. It's got like a gorgeous green blue to it. It's really pretty. Use these on a lot now. Your choice on this one is pick and mix, so you're choosing any three so you can get your favourites. £10 and 25 pence. So yeah, please have a look at those. 554094. Woof, you got loads to choose from. Check the website because we've got even more on the website. What's already popular? Oh, the velvet powder. That's the stuff I've been chatting about as we've been going up the counter. And yeah, the velvet powder is really nice. It's the first time I've played with this. And it gives you such a different texture. Really interesting stuff. Dead easy to use as well. We will definitely be touching on that throughout the show. So please have a little look. We've also got the baubles. We've got the wonderful bendy wood, which we love. We've also got, now I must admit, that wooden box and the cardboard box is beautiful. I mean, it says cardboard box. That is absolutely underselling it. I mean, that doesn't sound good, does it? It's a really nice box, really beautiful to decorate. So please have a little look at all of those. Tons of goodies. And remember, because we've got Flextravaganza, it does mean you can split your payment over 2 months, interest free. Okay, shall we get cracking? Let's get playing. So, I've got me, yes. Remembered my mould. Yeah, I know I had a bit of a, oh no, I'm even gonna have to pinch the mould. Okay, now I must admit, hands up, I'm having to use the ones off there. So when you go back, this is going to be dirty because I used mine. I only had one set and I've used it, obviously. So dead easy to do. Now actually what they've done, they've give you enough. If you were to mix all of this, they've give you it spot on. So if you were doing a big project, you could mix it all up. I'm not. I'm doing small projects, so of course I'm not going to mix it up all at once. I've got a good old, I ordered some of those silicone cups because I saw Catherine had them and they are fabulous, so I've ordered some of them. And look, oh, little Pora. How cute is that? Have you seen it, Paula?
It's about their size.
Isn't it cute? Anyway, put it down, Leonie. They also sent me some of these. I didn't know I were ordering these. Have you seen them? They are for your fingers. So if you're thinking, what are they are for your fingers. But when I saw it packet, I was like, what have I ordered? That was a surprise. I'm not going to lie. We're like, whoa. And I mean, there are a lot of them, you know what I mean? Anyway, moving on. So, really made me giggle. So I didn't read that on description. Anyway, so what you're doing is you're getting, so it's 2 parts of the powder, and I'm just going to tap it to make sure I get even distribution. So 2 parts of the powder to 1 part of the fluid. So, and I'm just scooping that in like so. Dead easy. I really like this clay. I must admit, they have been, you know, when I've had certain shows and they've been sending in, I think actually, oh, I can't remember, but they've been sending in sort of things that were already moulded with this clay, and I did have clay envy because it was like, oh, that's really good stuff, because they were so hard and they just felt so professional. So taking the excess powder out, and then just 1 of this. Now the one day special is busy. 20% of the stock has gone. Please, please check your baskets out. And then that is it. How easy. And give it a stir. Okay, now you just need to stir it till it's really nice and smooth. Obviously, be careful because air bubbles. Just allow it, when you've done the stirring, just allow it to sit for a bit. I didn't. I went straight into my mould. Didn't bother faffing for air bubbles. I mean, I'm not too fussed. And to be fair, when it's in this state, if you've got air bubbles on one of your finished projects, when it's like this, you can actually fill in. So if, you know, if there's something it's like, oh, that's ruined, then just fill the bits in, because obviously it'll give it a perfect coverage. Okay, now Christine's emailed in, and oh, now we've had this question last time, Christine. Christine said, can we use mirror mist on polystyrene? Thing is with polystyrene, it's got kind of almost holy bits, hasn't it? You know, it's not as solid. So, I mean, I'd try it with a plastic one, but I don't know if it'll give you a completely solid coverage, because obviously, you know, the sort of open pockets on polystyrene, I mean, yes, a plastic one I should imagine will dry perfectly, but I don't know what kind of coverage it's going to give you. So I haven't tried it. So if you do, I mean, some of the polystyrene balls are pretty compact, aren't they, and pretty solid. So that might be worth a shot. Yeah, it might be. Do you know what? That's something I should, because that is, someone else asked that last time I had it on, so it's something I should order and give that a bit of a go, Christine. Now, I absolutely forgot about that, Christine, so you've kind of jogged my memory. Thank you. If I remember by the end of the show, there'll be another thing, Christine. But I'll try. Okay, so you can, now can you see already, I can feel, as I'm mixing, I can actually feel it starting to solidify. I mean, this is quick. You've got little air bubbles. Try and get those air bubbles just to raise to the top, just giving it a little tap. And those air bubbles will indeed raise up to the top, and hopefully they'll start to go. I'm not going to completely wait, because that's not that exciting. And then just pour it in the mould. Now it's just that easy. And look, it is going. It's set so quick. So be ready with this. You know what you want to pour. Know what you want to actually mould. I'm going to use that one, but I am going to show you as well. That's the mould what you get with your one-day special, but you can use other moulds. I mean, this is, and I'm so chuffed this works, because this is one I made for me. Well chuffed. So the fact that it'll work in this as well, I was just really very happy. So just gently popping that in. And it's not, what I love about it as well, it's not too, because it is setting, it's not too fluid, which means you've got a bit of control. Do you know what I mean? When it's really fluid, it just kind of runs away with you. But this, because it's already starting to, go, it is a little bit like good thick gravy. And I'm just, or pancake mix, yeah, that's a good one. And what I'm doing with this one is just making sure it's in all the nooks and crannies, so just moving the mould so I know it's kind of in there. Now, what I will do then is just the excess I'll pop in here. Now, one thing I did want to have a go at, and I saw it on the Pentart website, they actually, and I'm going to have a go when in one of the shows, they actually put it on a box. So they covered the box with it, and it looked so cool because it had such good texture. It was absolutely beautiful. But obviously I didn't have enough to kind of experiment, which was a shame. But it looked amazing. So I might have to pinch one of our boxes and cover it. Okay, and then the last bit, what I do smooth it out. So when I'm actually, I mean, you can sand it. So when it's 100% dry, you can sand it back. You can do loads with it. But I kind of like just scooping it out a bit because it saves me less work at the end. And then this last bit, because there is a bit in there. So that, like, I'm looking round. Actually, do you know what? What I will do? Let's put it on a tag. Because obviously I've talked about a box. but let's lay some on a tag. So I'm going to use just the excess of this now, because it's that texture. I want to see what it looks like with the texture. The reason they used it on a box is because it's give you that, they put it on a box and then they put the paint over, and it just looked like porcelain pottery. Not porcelain, it just looked like pottery, you know, because it had that beautiful sort of clay finish, and then with a paint effect over the top, it looked absolutely amazing and easy to do. I mean, that's the lovely thing about this, it's easy and quick. So just layering that on the tag, and I want really nice texture with this as well. Now, I will be able to clean this. I'm going to clean it with water. Obviously with clay, be careful putting clay down your sink. You don't want to be doing that. So clean it off, but of course don't stick everything down the sink. So catch all your residue. Capture the residue. Or just use a cloth or something to actually clean that out rather than tipping it down the sink. See, look at that. Look how it just... You can get that beautiful layer. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's dry, because it'll give it... Right, so after 30 minutes, release it from the mould, and then let it dry for another 30 minutes. So basically, one side will be dry enough completely for you. It will be dry enough for you to get out of the mould, but the extra 30 minutes lets the other side get some air to it, and obviously dry as well. So, I mean, that'll take less. I bet that'll only take about 30 minutes to dry. But the other stuff, I'll leave it a little bit, and I bet I'll be able to put marks in that as well. So if you want texture in it, you're going to be able to do stuff like that. Now, what I have done, I haven't got any I can pop out of the mould, but I have got some that are already dry, and I'm just going to scooch that out. I'm going to do this while it's wet, because obviously then I want to reuse this. I'm using my cloth so I can make sure, and I think this cloth, there we go, see, and it just, how easy is that to clean? I mean, that's just come away absolutely fabulous. Right, okay, so what I wanted to do was show you when they're dry, one we prepared earlier. So obviously there's loads of ways of painting it. We've got tons of different paints on the show, so I thought I'd better show one of the paints that we've got on the show. And the sparkly ones are gorgeous. The sparkling gels are fabulous. Now, when I was prepping, the one I didn't use the most, and I really wanted to, where have I put it, was the red one. I really like this red gold, and I didn't play with it, so now is absolutely the time. So, if you went, look at that, it's just such a lovely colour. So what I'm going to do is just take my paintbrush. Now, this one comes with a beautiful green gold and the blue silver. And you can see when you put it on, it's not really the colour. You can see it's got that transparent nature to it, because I mean I'm putting it on, stippling it on to make it thicker, but you can still see really the kind of white underneath it, so it's not a really solid colour. So pop that on first of all and give it a blast dry with my heat gun. So just move that to one side while I blast it dry. This I will just clean off. And I didn't get my water spritzer. There we go. Now that's it, 20% of the stock has gone. If you do want this, you know what to do. And I love it because look, when it dries, it's got, you can see where I've stippled it on. You've got that lovely texture still. It dries really quick as well. I mean, look at that. That is dry already on the clay. The clay is super hard. I mean, that does make me nervous, but it's super hard. It is really good stuff, and it's super smooth. I mean, that hasn't been sanded down. It's a really gorgeous, smooth clay. I really like this stuff. I must admit, I want a massive tub of this clay. I really do. I want a huge tub. That's just me putting my personal requests in there. Okay, so I've got the, yeah, dear Santa. Please can I be like, no mate, not until you get rid of some of your stuff. Sin it, I'm just going to get you, not a skip, because I won't put any of it in the skip. Okay, so cleaning that, I'll get another brush, so I'm not faffing. In fact, let's get a sponge. Okay, so I'm using my favourite. I love that green gold. I just think that's absolutely stunning. So popping this over the top, like there. Love, love, love this colour. And I haven't tried layering these together yet. So fingers crossed. Stunning, isn't it? Such a nice colour. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And just lifting that up like that. Go around the edges. And obviously with this paint, you'll be using it on all sorts. You know, you'll be using it on your cardboard box. You'll be using it on the wood box, on your MDF. It's just such a nice product. Now, I'm going to give it a bit of a blast dry. Not as harsh this time. And I am getting it off my glass mat as I go along, because my glass mat at home, it looks like it'll never be cleaned ever again. So just try and do it as you're working. And then, taking my cloth, I'm just going to scrub it. So it's going to give me that lovely kind of distressed look, like this. But also, it's interesting actually, because you kind of start blending the sparkle a little bit as well. So it gives you kind of more of a sheet of sparkle as opposed to the little flakes of sparkle. We've only got 15 minutes. That is absolutely mad. But then, last one is the gold. And this is, I was saying about the gold, I mean, as soon as you put this over at top, it is absolutely stunning. I'm so sorry it's on the other set, but I'm using that because the gold has got the gold flakes in it, which these two have, you see, so they go together like this. It is just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I would give it a blast, really quick blast dry, because I know we need to do a recap. See, really quick. And then just another with your cloth. Just another little wipe over. And you can see now, I really like it, because you've got the red coming through. You can still see the green underneath it. But then that gold is just magnificent. See, have a look at that. Oh, doesn't that just look lovely? Absolutely beautiful. If you do want that, £10.99 is your price. Love, love, love those sparkle paints. Right, I will get tidied up. Miss P will take down the counter. Obviously, check out the website for all the goodies that we have got on the show. But right over to Miss P.
Thank you, Leonie. Right, one day special, incredibly popular, and I'm not surprised. It features some of our favorites from Pentart, the Galaxy Flakes, adding that sparkle, adding that kind of joyous colors and holographic elements into it. 30% of the one day special has already gone. Now, of course, here it's missing the Décor clay. Okay, so I'm gonna put it there. There's gonna then gonna come in.
Yeah, I forgot that bit.
So we have got, of course, both of them here. Now the mix will make that amazing clay that, of course, Leonie loves. And I'm not surprised when you come in closely, you can see all the fine detail. It's just like a clay. It feels like the natural clay, but it has the porcelain effect, the hyper decorations in here. And of course, look at those elements as well. You can have like broken pieces if you wanted to create like lace effect, perfect for your mixed media. I absolutely love this. Look at that key in here. This is the thing, it's the sort of things that you can do with the Décor clay. Of course, you have got two molds as well in here, which give you that kind of, I don't know, a Scandi, you know, Eastern European folk style. Perfect for Christmas decoration, perfect for decorations for, I'm also thinking for Easter. think about doing them in kind of Easter colors, pinks and purples and things like that, Easter tones. And of course, for the new year as well, we want a little bit of a sparkle, don't we? We want something that kind of kind of brings the joy and the light into our lives. And this is exactly what the Galaxy Flakes will bring you. You are getting 3 pots of that, the white, the beautiful rosé, and of course the earth green, but also you are getting the pouring glaze, which I imagine this is the one that it has been used into. And this is just a lid, you know, just a lid of a, you know, probably is, well, some hazelnut spread. That's what it is. Thank goodness, I think our Charlotte, our Charlotte can have hazelnuts. It's the other nuts that she cannot have. Anyway, if you want to go for this, obviously nut-free one-day special, you can have it. Remember that we are in flag extravaganza, so you can split the cost. Even £26.78, you can split the cost into interest-free payments. Remember the one-day special, incredibly busy, over 30% of the stock has already gone, and you have got a £10 saving. 742101 is the item number. Then we have got the sparkling gel as well here, incredibly popular. I love the way that where was the sample that it was? Oh, here. That one, right? There's the one. It has got a beautiful gold. So yeah, I need to take everything with me, don't I? But you can see here that. Look at that beautiful gold shimmer. I adore how Leonie has put it over the rice paper, so you still can see the pattern, but it adds that luster, that beautiful gold shimmer through it. Now, the first option here that you have got is, of course, those colors of the silver, the gold, and the brown gold, which is the kind of warmer tone of the brown. So 40% of the stock has already gone. So that first option would be, if you see that one, and that one. And I love how the difference in as well onto the black. Look at that. Look at the shimmer. Right, £10.99 for all 3. And then we have got the bottom row, which is the gorgeous reds in here, you can see. Then we have got the green gold and then the blue silver in there. Look at the blue silver. I'm going to put it in here because look at that gorgeous luster. A quarter of the stock has gone off this option, £10.99. And you know what? Flex extravaganza means that you can spread the cost into interest-free payments. So you will be paying just £5.48, I believe, for that one. Now, 646356 is your item number. Then we have got foils. Now this I hadn't, you know what, I don't think I had done a show with these ones, and I really love the idea of having these decor foils that are not just plain. They do give you a little bit of pattern, so the light will reflect in different ways. Love also the 3D paste that is included, and like Leonie was saying, the fact that you can brush it and paint it, so you will have the texture of the brush strokes, or if you prefer it, to put it through with a spatula, so you will have a smoother but also more solid and texturized effect with those beautiful decor foils. Now, if you want to, you are getting all 4 different patterns, and of course the 50 ml of the 3D paste. £11.99, saving £4.72, and also is eligible to split the cost using Flex Extravaganza option of splitting the cost into interest-free payments. 262124 is your item number. Loads and loads and loads more on the website, so have a look, including the Pentart mirror mist as well there. Right, and with that, of course, we want to see more demonstrations, so we are going to be joining Leonie at the demonstration area.
Well, thank you, Miss P. Now then, I just wanted to see that clay. Look, it's setting already. So it means I've not really been able to put much texture in that. But the little bit of texture that I've got, I really like that. I really like that. I'll let that dry. That's going to be next hour. That'll be dry by. Okay, so next. What I thought was, so I've got a box, so obviously this one. So your beautiful sparkle paste. If I just take, oh, actually, no, that wasn't sparkle paste. This is your metallics. Now, you have got your beautiful metallic paints. They do give you such a stunning finish. They are an acrylic paint. You can layer them, you can do all sorts. I've popped some on here and then I've popped some on there, and I've actually put the sparkle over the top of that as well. If you do want the metallic paints, you've got so many different options on there. So please check your baskets out. You are getting you pick and mix. So you're picking 3 of those for just £10.25. So just popping that on. Now, to be fair, I'm putting it on with a brush. If you put it on with a sponge, let me show you. If you put it on with a sponge, you won't get the brush lines, which is obvious, but let me just take it from the lid. See, and you can actually get, look, when you put it on with a sponge, you get a really nice coverage. So it is definitely worth popping it on with a sponge. I weren't too bothered, to be fair, because I was layering over the top of it with sparkle paint, but it does give you a really nice effect. So that's my layer of paint, and I'd already prepped that, so that's ready to go. If you do want the sparkle paints, obviously check your baskets out with those. There's my cloth. Let's just, I'm attempting to tidy up, folks, as I go along. Let's see what this looks like by tomorrow. Okay. But one of the things you can, of course, use with your moulds is your gorgeous rice papers. So what I've got a piece of rice paper from Stamperia, because they're amazing. And I'm just going to take yet another paintbrush, and I've got your decoupage medium. Now, we have got decoupage medium on the show. And with your decoupage medium, you're getting the matte, there's a silky shine, or there's a beautiful glitter. Highly recommend. Do you get all 3 for that? Right, £9.97 for all 3. I just love this stuff. It just does what it says on. Close. It does what it says on the tub. You know, it's just so handy for your wood, for clay. You know, you can put it on your, like if you're using it on your plastics. I have used it on plastics as well. Cracking stuff. So I'm going to pop. I'm using the matte one. I use the matte one a lot, actually, because when I'm putting, you know, different paints and stuff over, I don't need it to be shiny anyway. Now, this is again, the really cool thing about this clay, because I'm popping paper on it, essentially. And yeah, because normally, obviously, you've got that really porous surface. I've already painted it, but it just, because it's so smooth, I mean, I can put the rice paper on. And rice paper, as we know, it really moulds to things. And the thing is with the clay, it's got a really, really smooth, perfect finish. That is perfect. But what I can now do is start to layer this in. Now, what you need to do with your rice paper, you're kind of stippling it. And what this will do, you can see it starting to mould round that clay form. And all the detail, you'll start to get the detail coming through. And I'll just pick this up. Oh, Mr. Lockwood. Hello, darling. Oh, has he tried it? Okay. Oh, you superhero. Yes, so Mr. Lockwood, our lovely John and our lovely Sam, they have been mirimisting the polystyrene bowls. And hey, that looks beautiful. Oh, there you go then. Thank you, lovelies. That's your answer. So was it Christine who emailed in? Christine? Good grief, I remembered her name, or Christine. That's amazing. Oh, you two, thank you ever so much. You're ever so good. Do you know what? John emailed in the other day when I were on as well with answers to things. It's like John is being the oracle in my head. Thank you. I love that. I love it. They're at home, sparkling up the Christmas baubles. Fabulous boys. Okay, so just working that in now. Obviously, I'm doing this with my fingers because I find it a bit easier. So just working that in. And this is a lovely thing about rice paper as well. You know, the rice paper is just so ridiculously flexible. We've only got 3 minutes. I won't be finishing this off. 2 minutes. I definitely won't be finishing this off. But can you see now? Look, when I wax this later, that detail will really come through. But look at that, and you can see. I wonder if you can see all the detail of the mould coming through. Now I'm going to tell you where I'm going with this. So I'm going to put that on the lid, and then that's going to be over the top. So it's going to carry on the pattern, but obviously then you've got that texture coming through. So all I'm going to do in the break, so I'm showing you where I'm up to, so obviously when we come back and I can finish this. So in the break, I'm going to put the rice paper on that. I'll leave this because then, how much time have I got? Just under a minute. Because then what I'm going to do is use a stencil on this box. So just take this, because with your sparkling gel, I can stencil on the box. Might do that in the next show rather than rushing it. So that's where I'm up to with this. And by then, that will have dried. But it just shows you the quality of that fantastic clay. That is so smooth. And obviously, remember to check your baskets out on your decoupage glaze. Thank you very much. I think, Miss P, are you closing the show, darling?
Well, I am. Thank you so much. You will be, of course, at 8 o'clock with me again. And of course, do check out your baskets for the fabulous one-day special and all those amazing goodies from Pentart. Stay tuned, more inspiration after the break. And of course, stay tuned for 8 p.m. for more demonstration for the wonderful Leonie Pujol. Indeed, more inspiration after the break with Picket Fence Black Extravaganza Hour. Then again, another look at the one-day special from Pentart. And later on, Catherine Sorok is back with Dress My Crafts.